Yo, listen up. Harlem streets are talking, and the whispers just turned into full-blown shockwaves. Max B is BACK. But this ain't just another comeback story. It's a full-on expose. Camron and Charleston White are dropping secrets nobody saw coming. And the truth about Harlem's underground game is about to hit the surface like a bomb. You think you know the Harlem streets? Think again. From betrayal, hidden alliances, to the secrets Max B thought were buried forever. Everything's about to unravel. The tension, the drama, the inside scoops. This is the story that'll make every hip-hop head sit up and pay attention. Max B's moves, the whispers from Dipset insiders. And the reactions from Camron and Charleston White? It's raw, it's unfiltered, and it's the kind of drama you can't scroll past. You've been sleeping on Harlem's real? Stories, wake up now, because this comeback isn't just music. It's a revelation. Stay locked in as we break down every shocking detail, every leaked secret, and every behind-the-scenes twist that nobody dared to reveal until now. You're about to witness Max B like never before, exposed, uncut, and ready to reclaim his throne. Buckle up because the streets are speaking, and this time, everybody's ears better be open. Harlem streets are buzzing, and the tension is palpable. Max B, the once feared Harlem king, is making a move that nobody saw coming. But this comeback isn't just about music or fame. It's about reclaiming a legacy, exposing betrayals, and settling scores that have been simmering for years. Camron and Charleston White have stepped into the mix, dropping secrets that cut deeper than any diss track. The air is thick with anticipation, and fans can feel the drama building like a powder keg ready to explode. Max B's absence from the scene has left a void, but whispers never stopped. Hidden alliances, unfinished business, and underground beefs have been circulating in Harlem streets. Camron's voice has always carried weight, and Charleston White's insight into the real street stories adds another layer of authenticity. Together, their revelations are shaking the very foundation of what people thought they knew about Max B's rise, fall, and now his calculated return. In exclusive conversations and leaked clips, we're seeing Max B's strategy unfold. It's not just a musical comeback, it's a message to everyone who doubted him. Those who underestimated Harlem's influence and Max B's network are learning that the streets never forget. Every move is calculated, every word has meaning, and the stakes have never been higher. Camron's commentary highlights old conflicts, reminding fans that Harlem's drama has always been intertwined with music, loyalty, and betrayal. Charleston White adds context, revealing hidden tensions that most outside Harlem would never understand. The comeback story isn't linear. There are layers: financial battles, rivalries, past beefs, and alliances that were thought broken but are now resurfacing. Max B's influence is undeniable, and the way Camron and Charleston White are exposing details paints a picture of Harlem like never before. From the streets to the studios, every corner holds a story. Leaks, recordings, and insider testimonies have surfaced, and fans are piecing together a narrative that is as explosive as it is revealing. Charleston White's perspective provides the raw, unfiltered truth that many mainstream outlets shy away from. The streets are talking, and for the first time in years, those conversations are going public. The drama between Max B, Camron, and other Harlem figures isn't just entertainment. It's a reflection of loyalty, betrayal, and the intricate dynamics of the hip-hop world. Every claim, every story dropped in this exposé is layered with history, emotion, and consequence. Fans are reacting with shock, awe, and speculation. Social media is buzzing as clips circulate, showing Max B strategizing, Camron hinting at old rivalries, and Charleston White breaking down the real motives behind every move. It's a chess game, and Harlem streets are the board. Max B isn't just coming back. He's making sure everyone knows he hasn't forgotten. He hasn't forgiven, and he's ready to reclaim what was once his. The stage is set. Max B's Harlem Comeback is more than music. It's a revelation. The streets are talking, secrets are exposed, and the narrative is being rewritten right in front of our eyes. Camron and Charleston White's revelations aren't just commentary. They're a guide to understanding the complex web of alliances, betrayals, and power plays that define Harlem's hip-hop scene. Max B's Harlem Comeback isn't just a rumor anymore. It's the kind of story that shakes the entire New York hip-hop scene to its core. As the streets buzz with whispers, fans are wondering what really went down behind closed doors during his hiatus. Camron and Charleston White have stepped forward, and what they're revealing isn't just shocking, it's explosive. For years, Max B's legacy was shrouded in mystery, his movements in the game scrutinized and dissected by insiders and critics alike. Now, the veil is lifting, and the truth is hitting harder than anyone expected. From the jump, it was clear that Max B had unfinished business. His previous battles, his run-ins with the law, and the infamous stints in Harlem's underground rap circles all left fans with questions. Questions about loyalty, betrayal, and the real power dynamics in Harlem streets. But what Camron and Charleston White are now saying flips the narrative entirely. They're not just talking about Max B's personal journey, they're exposing the intricate web of relationships, rivalries, and secret deals that shaped Harlem rap behind the scenes. Every listener, every fan, every street head is on edge, waiting to hear exactly what went wrong, who betrayed who, and how Max B is planning to reclaim his position at the top. The drama starts long before Max B's comeback. While most of the mainstream saw him as a controversial figure with a magnetic persona, those who were really in Harlem knew that the streets had stories that weren't being told. Camron, always outspoken, has been hinting at revelations for months, and now he's opening up fully. Charleston White, known for his fearless commentary and insider knowledge, adds fuel to the fire by detailing events that many thought were hidden forever. Between them, the layers of Harlem's rap scene begin to peel back, revealing alliances and conflicts that could change the way fans see Max B, Dipset, and the entire Harlem movement. But Max B isn't just sitting back and letting the story unfold. His approach to this comeback has been strategic, calculated, and undeniably bold. The Harlem streets are notorious for testing loyalty, and Max B knows it. He's not just aiming for a musical comeback. He's aiming to reset the narrative entirely. Every track, every interview, every move is designed to reclaim his reputation and assert dominance. And while some might see this as just another artist trying to make a return, those who understand Harlem's underground know that Max B's moves are surgical. The stakes are high, and the consequences of missteps are severe. Insiders reveal that the tension between Max B and other Harlem heavyweights isn't new. There have been years of underlying feuds, quiet disses, and subtle power plays that only those embedded in the scene could pick up on. Camron's revelations bring to light some of these hidden conflicts, shedding light on the moments that shaped Max B's decisions and strategies. Charleston White's commentary adds an extra layer, offering context and perspective from someone who's been watching, analyzing, and participating in Harlem's rap ecosystem for decades. Together, their voices construct a timeline that fans and industry watchers will find hard to ignore. One of the most explosive aspects of this comeback is the strategic use of social media and public appearances. Max B has been carefully crafting a narrative that ensures attention, engagement, and, most importantly, impact. Every post, every snippet, every appearance sends a message not only to fans but also to rivals and critics alike. Camron and Charleston White's input helps contextualize these moves, giving insight into how street politics and music business strategy intersect in Harlem. This isn't just music. This is power, influence, and legacy being contested on multiple fronts. The comeback also raises questions about loyalty and betrayal in Harlem's rap community. Who really has Max B's back? Who's playing games behind the scenes? Camron, points to hidden alliances that many fans never saw coming. And Charleston White doesn't hold back. It's calling out figures who have historically tried to manipulate situations for personal gain. These revelations are the kind of insider truths that shake the foundation of fan perception, making this not just a musical story, but a cultural moment for Harlem rap. Max B's strategy also involves collaborating with key figures who can amplify his presence and credibility. The streets and fans alike are buzzing about potential partnerships, rumored studio sessions, and behind-the-scenes moves that could redefine his comeback. Camron and Charleston White hint at these collaborations without giving away everything, maintaining the suspense while confirming that Max B's return is not casual, it's calculated. The combination of insider knowledge, strategic moves, and raw talent makes this comeback one of the most anticipated events in hip-hop history. But beyond music, there's a personal side to this story. Max B's journey through Harlem streets, the challenges he faced, and the lessons he learned are integral to understanding the magnitude of this comeback. Camron and Charleston White provide context about Max B's resilience, determination, and ability to navigate complex street politics while maintaining his identity and brand. These insights make the story not just about music, but about survival, reputation, and the fight for respect in one of hip-hop's most competitive arenas. As the story unfolds, fans get to witness a narrative that combines street drama, insider revelations, and the raw ambition of one of Harlem's most notorious figures. Max B's comeback is a testament to strategy, intelligence, and the relentless pursuit of legacy. Camron and Charleston White's contributions provide credibility, context, and explosive details that make this a must-watch event for anyone interested in Harlem rap, hip-hop culture, and behind-the-scenes drama. The anticipation for what's next is palpable. Social media platforms are lighting up with speculation. Fans are dissecting every comment, every post, every hint, and the streets themselves are buzzing. Max B's Harlem comeback isn't just a story. It's a movement, a statement, and a revelation. Camron and Charleston White have set the stage for an explosive narrative that's as much about music as it is about loyalty, power, and legacy in Harlem. By the end of this segment, the audience should feel fully immersed in the tension, understand the stakes, where the secrets will get even deeper, the drama intensifies, and Max B's ultimate strategy will begin to unfold. The streets of Harlem are alive, the fans are hyped, and Max B is ready to reclaim his throne. The tension surrounding Max B's Harlem comeback escalated. Camron S. and Charleston White's insights had already started to shift the narrative. But now, the story digs deeper into the alliances, betrayals, and hidden power plays that have defined Max B's journey. Every corner of Harlem felt the tremors. Fans were dissecting each revelation, replaying interviews, and speculating about the moves Max B might make next. The stakes were higher than ever. Behind the scenes, sources reveal that Max B had been quietly reconnecting with key players in the industry while maintaining a low profile in public. This wasn't just a music comeback, it was a strategic takeover of influence and credibility. Camron emphasized that Max B's timing was impeccable. "He's not coming back for clout," Camron said. "He's coming back to remind everyone why Harlem listens when Max B speaks." Every post, every snippet, every cryptic message Max B shared on social media was intentional, creating a ripple effect that kept fans guessing and rivals on edge. Charleston White weighed in, exposing the rivalries that had simmered under the surface for years. He revealed that Max B's hiatus had allowed other figures to test the waters in Harlem. But few had realized the calculated moves Max B was making behind the curtain. From secret studio sessions to strategic partnerships, Max B was quietly rebuilding his empire. Charleston White described the situation as a chess game. Every piece on the board mattered. And Max B was thinking multiple moves ahead. While Camron highlighted Max B's resilience, Charleston White focused on the street politics intertwined with his comeback. Harlem was not just about music. was about respect, influence, and understanding the unspoken rules of the streets. Max B's previous conflicts, including his fallout with other Harlem figures and encounters with law enforcement, had shaped his approach. This time, he was prepared to navigate the landscape with precision, ensuring that no opportunities slipped through his fingers. One of the most shocking revelations came from Camron regarding past betrayals. He disclosed that some of Max B's closest associates had turned on him during his most vulnerable moments. These betrayals weren't just personal. They impacted his career trajectory, the perception of his influence, and his ability to maneuver in the Harlem scene. By exposing these names and events, Camron was providing fans with context that many had never known. The response from the community was immediate. Debates erupted online, and fans took sides, dissecting every angle of Max B's story. Charleston. White added another layer by pointing out the role of media and public perception. Many outlets had misrepresented Max B's decisions and actions, framing him in ways that suited their narrative. Now, with these insider revelations, fans were getting a clearer picture of the man behind the headlines. It wasn't just about music anymore, it was about legacy, survival, and the intricate dynamics of Harlem's rap community. Every statement Max B made, every track he released, carried weight because it was informed by years of experience, observation, and strategic planning. As Max B's comeback gained momentum, the rivalries in Harlem intensified. Camron's disclosures included conflicts with other Harlem figures who had attempted to undermine Max B's influence during his absence. The tension was palpable, with social media acting as both battleground and amplifier. Every hint, every snippet, every leaked audio clip became a topic of analysis and speculation. Fans were glued to their screens, dissecting every detail while awaiting the next move from Max B or his rivals. Charleston. White also shed light on the collaborations that could redefine Max B's position in the industry. He hinted at secret studio sessions with artists who could bring credibility and reach, amplifying Max B's return. The strategy wasn't just to release music, it was to assert dominance, create influence, and control the narrative. Max B was carefully selecting partners who shared his vision and could contribute to the larger goal, reclaiming his rightful place at the top of Harlem's hip-hop hierarchy. But the story wasn't just about alliances and rivalries. It was about the psychology of a comeback. Camron emphasized that Max B had spent years studying the game, understanding how fans, artists, and the streets respond to certain actions. Every tweet, every track, every public appearance was designed to maximize impact, provoke conversation, and solidify his legacy. Charleston White corroborated this, highlighting how Max B's approach was methodical, deliberate, and relentless. This wasn't a spontaneous return. It was a calculated re-entry into the game with precision timing. One key revelation involved past conflicts with certain artists who had attempted to capitalize on Max B's absence. Camron explained that Max B had been aware of these moves all along, quietly documenting and strategizing responses that would protect his legacy while ensuring his rivals understood the consequences of crossing him. Charleston White's commentary added color to these revelations, detailing how street respect, influence, and credibility are earned and maintained in Harlem's underground circles. Max B's comeback strategy also involved leveraging his connections with artists outside Harlem. By collaborating with high-profile figures, it was not only expanding his reach but also signaling that his influence extended beyond local boundaries. Camron mentioned that these partnerships were carefully orchestrated to maximize both visibility and credibility. Charleston White noted that in the rap world, perception is everything, and Max B was mastering it. One move at a time. As the story progressed, fans began noticing a pattern in Max B's actions, a balance of patience, aggression, and strategic communication. Camron praised his foresight, pointing out that the careful release of information, combined with public appearances and music drops, created an ecosystem where Max B controlled the narrative. Charleston White added that this approach required intelligence, timing, and an understanding of both the streets and the industry. It was a reminder that Max B's comeback was about more than music. It was about reclaiming power, cooance, and legacy. The tension reached another level when past rivals publicly reacted to Max B's moves. Camron highlighted how certain figures who once underestimated him were now forced to acknowledge his return. Charleston White shared behind-the-scenes insights revealing moments of panic, recalculations, and even attempts at reconciliation from those who had once doubted Max B. The Harlem rap scene was electrified. Fans were divided, debates were heated, and every update from Max B or his associates became headline news. Max B's comeback isn't merely a music release, it's a strategic, calculated, and high-stakes campaign to reclaim his legacy in Harlem. With Camron and Charleston White's insights, fans gain a unique perspective on the rivalries, alliances, and street politics that define his journey. Every revelation, every move, and every response builds the anticipation for what comes next, setting the stage for an explosive. The streets are watching, the fans are listening, and Max B is ready to make history once again. The streets were alive with speculation. Fans were dissecting every move Max B had made, and his rivals were scrambling to respond. Max B's Harlem comeback was no longer just a story. It had become a full-blown saga. A chess game played with precision, influence, and street intelligence. Camron and Charleston White had laid the foundation in the first two parts, exposing secrets and alliances that few outside the inner circles knew. Now, Part 3 would reveal the culmination of these moves, the ultimate showdown of strategy, respect, and power. Max B had spent years navigating setbacks, betrayals, and legal battles, but now every lesson learned was fueling his comeback. Charleston White revealed that Max B had rebuilt his inner circle with meticulous care, selecting allies who were loyal, strategic, and capable of amplifying his influence. Each member brought a unique skill set, whether in music, promotion, or street-level operations. The combination created a force that Harlem hadn't seen in years, a unit that could execute Max B's vision while protecting his legacy. Camron highlighted one of the most shocking revelations. Max B had been in communication with several artists outside Harlem, planning collaborations that would expand his reach and redefine his status in the industry. These weren't random partnerships. Each was deliberate, designed to generate buzz, leverage, credibility, and signal that Max B's influence extended far beyond his hometown. Fans were stunned when they realized that every post, every studio snippet, and every hint of a release was part of a larger, meticulously crafted plan. The streets, of course, were reacting. Rival Harlem figures who had once underestimated Max B were now scrambling to strategize. Charleston White described scenes of disbelief and urgency, as former adversaries realized that Max B's return wasn't just about music. It was about reclaiming control over influence, perception, and street credibility. Every move he made was calculated to send a message. Max B was back, and he wasn't here to play small. A major twist came when Charleston White disclosed that Max B had anticipated potential sabotage. During his absence, certain figures had attempted to capitalize on his hiatus, subtly undermining his reputation and influence. Max B, however, had documented everything, anticipating that the time would come to respond. Camron elaborated that this foresight was a critical factor in the current scenario. Every move Max B now made carried weight because it was informed by years of observation, planning, and strategic patience. Fans were captivated as the insider stories unfolded. Camron revealed that one of Max B's major rivals had tried to leak damaging information to the press. But Max B had already countered with proof of loyalty, authenticity, and street intelligence. Charleston White emphasized that in Harlem, respect isn't just earned through music, it's maintained through calculated moves, awareness, and control of perception. Max B's comeback was a lesson in all three. Meanwhile, Max B's social media presence became a focal point. Every cryptic message, photo, or snippet was analyzed by fans and rivals alike. Camron explained that Max B understood the psychological impact of perception. By carefully controlling the narrative online, he amplified his mystique while keeping the competition uncertain. Charleston White added that this was classic. Max B, strategic, patient, and always multiple steps ahead. Harlem's rap scene had long been a hub of influence, style, and innovation, but Max B's absence had left a vacuum. His return, fueled by insider revelations and strategic moves, reminded everyone of his pivotal role. Fans were energized. Social media was buzzing, and the local community was witnessing a renaissance. Max B's comeback wasn't just music. It was a revival of Harlem's influence in the industry. Cam. Ron shared a behind-the-scenes moment that encapsulated Max B's mindset. During a late-night studio session, Max B reportedly addressed his team. "We don't just make songs. We make statements. Every track, every verse, every line is a message. Harlem remembers who speaks, who acts, and who wins." Charleston White confirmed this, noting that Max B's team was motivated, aligned, and fully aware that they were part of a historic movement. Another key revelation involved reconciliation and strategy. Max B had reached out to former allies, and even some rivals, offering olive branches where necessary, while asserting dominance where required. Charleston White emphasized that this balance of diplomacy and assertiveness was critical. It allowed Max B to expand his influence without unnecessary conflict while maintaining his street credibility. Camron added that this approach was rare, a combination of intelligence, patience, and experience that set Max B apart from others attempting comebacks. The narrative then turned to potential challenges. Despite the meticulous planning, Max B's return was not without risk. Rival factions in Harlem and beyond were plotting responses. Social media debates were heating up, and even media outlets were closely watching every development. Charleston White highlighted the stakes. Max B's comeback had the potential to reshape the power dynamics in Harlem, redefine alliances, and influence upcoming rap careers. It was a high-stakes strategy with real consequences. Fans were now fully immersed in the story. Camron revealed that Max B's next moves would be game-changing, including surprise collaborations and exclusive releases that would dominate headlines. Charleston White emphasized that every element, timing, partner selection, messaging, had been meticulously planned. It wasn't just about a music comeback. It was about reclaiming authority, rewriting history, and solidifying a legacy. Rival crews, fans, and industry figures all recognized that Max B's calculated moves had shifted the balance of power. Camron described scenes of astonishment, with former rivals realizing that Max B's return wasn't reactive, it was proactive, controlled, and unstoppable. Charleston White concluded that Harlem itself had awakened to a new era. Max B's era, defined by strategy, respect, and undeniable influence. In conclusion, Max B's Harlem comeback had reached a tipping point, with insider revelations from Camron and Charleston White. Fans understood the depth of planning, resilience, and strategic genius behind his return. The alliances, rivalries, and calculated moves had created a perfect storm, setting Max B up not just for a successful comeback, but for a historic reassertion of power in Harlem and the rap world. Every track, every collaboration, every strategic move reaffirmed one truth. Max B's legacy is untouchable. His influence is unstoppable. And Harlem will never forget the name Max B.